didn't see you there. You know, don't take me for a fool. Josh, you were born 30 years ago on April Fool's Day, but I don't think you're a fool. And some of your friends and some of your family don't think you're a fool. In fact, we want to share with you some of the things that we treasure about you. What was your first impression about Josh?
He was a skater boy, and he could turn out to be a good brother and teach me some things. And yeah.
When I first met him, he was a person to get me out of the car so that I can go run around and play.
And had a six-pack in the third grade.
This is no surprise, but my first impression of Josh was that he was very silly and funny on Snapchat.
I think he's always trying to make people laugh.
He kind of stole my sunshine because I was the only child for about 15 months. And then he came around and I didn't like it very much. So I bit Josh a lot, I scratched him a lot, and I'm still paying for it 30 years later.
Cut.
Josh was just a young teenager that was trying to act cool, and I had to make him get up and shake my hand when I first met him.
My first impression of Josh was that he looked like a little beat up beaver or something, because he was so big. He was almost 10 pounds, and so his face was all red and blotchy, and his head was kind of looking like a football, but he got prettier.
What would Josh do if he was president?
Get the newest and improved sports car and have an entourage, and we'd all go to line dancing, but first we'd stop at Cookout and he'd buy milkshakes for everyone.
If Josh was president, he would make everyone watch the NCAAs for wrestling. And yeah.
Picturing Josh being president, he would have a national holiday for longboarding and skateboarding.
He will make me vice president, and we will change. Next question.
He would lower interest rates, especially on car loans.
Josh as president, what would Josh do as president? One, I think gyms and health centers would be federally funded because he believes in health and definitely backs that up. He would probably have a lot more skate parks, kind of like Rob Deerdeck. Rob goes around and does a lot of, I guess, community service, making safe and friendly skate parks in good areas. And another thing that Josh grew up kind of having fun with, and he's always been good about having a lot of fun in the line of too much trouble, and it's something a lot of people can't balance. So they're either on one side, but he's always been really good at that and always had fun and staying out of trouble. And I think he can definitely pass that on to kids.
Yeah. I think that Josh would deck out the White House, invite all his friends over and have like this massive party. He would have a side wing for his mom to live in. And pay back for all the years that she helped him out. Probably get free healthcare and we'd go into debt immediately. He would do nice things, out of the kindness of his heart. And his presidency probably wouldn't last long, but he would have fun while he was doing it.
If Josh was president, he would make the workday 2 days a week and then have his vacation for 5 days a week.
What is an ideal job for Josh?
An ideal job for Josh will be a commentator for wrestling.
Would be having its own fantasy factory like Rob Deerdeck.
For Josh.
A male stripper, no questions asked.
Explain.
That man can work a pole.
A line dance instructor, and so he could be super popular, and which he already is.
He has a lot of good ideas, so I picture him being in a meeting with a lot of different advisors and just coming up with these crazy ideas and then probably laughing and being like, you're crazy. But usually people that come up with good ideas are a little bit crazy, so he'd probably come up with some good ones. He's just gonna come up with 20 in a day and you're gonna be like, Josh, that's crazy. But then one out of those 20 is a really good idea, and that's just how Josh is. He's got a very creative and big imagination. Constantly preach about I don't think what we do matters really at all. I'm all about how we do it. No matter what he's gonna do, he's gonna do really well at it. And I've seen him hustle. I've done landscape with him. I've seen him at Symbol Mattress, and obviously I wrestled with him the whole time. When he needs to, or he wants to, or he has to apply himself, he will be the hardest worker at whatever organization, company, business, team that is there. He is obsessive to a good point and a bad point. But when it comes to work, it's good. So he's gonna do well any job he's in. Currently, tomorrow, the next year, the past, he was one of the hardest workers I know for a fact. So yeah, I don't really like that question. He's gonna do well whatever he does. Yeah, he's a beast.
Something involving social media because he is so in love with himself. If he could get paid to do what he does now by snapping his entire life, I think that's what would make him ultimately the most happy.
Have his own wrestling club so he could teach wrestling all day long to kids that really want to wrestle.
An ideal job for Josh would be living in Hawaii so he could see his brother more often, and run a bed and breakfast with Carrie, because then he could spend every day with the girl he loves and be in paradise.
What is one of your favorite memories you share with Josh?
When he moved into the house again, and we could spend more time, but he just stays in his room and watches Netflix, but it's still fun.
When I first got my first skateboard, and the whole night we were just out there and he was teaching me everything about skateboarding, and it was just the best memory I had.
Probably when we held hands and skipped down the street a couple times, and then when we were in the elevator we pretended to be gay that one time. That was pretty cool too. That was a really great memory, actually. I'm glad I thought of that. We literally did that.
I have a lot of favorite memories with Josh, but one of my favorites is our first date when we went to see the flying squirrels with Jeff and Heather, and he told me that I could not post any pictures of us on social media. And what did he do? He put a picture of us on social media.
Josh being captain my freshman year of high school was probably one of the favorite, if not the coolest thing that I'll tell my future family. Like, just having my older brother as the team captain and me being a freshman in high school is like, my brother's the cool guy, and he was just but yeah, we were at Fargo and I had a pretty rough tournament, but he was still helping me and supporting me, but at the same time he was kicking butt. It's the toughest tournament in the nation. The kids that place at these tournaments are usually NCAA champs, Olympic wrestlers, and Josh won 5 matches out there. I'm pretty sure 5, correct me if I'm wrong. But either way, he was 1 match away from the placing round, which is huge, not only for any wrestler, but especially the state of Virginia and the region we were from. And all these coaches just started like coming out of nowhere, like wanting to coach Josh, and all these other good kids on Team Virginia were like, oh, Josh Dix is still in, Josh is still in the tournament. And I was just kind of like, yeah, that's my big brother, like, just like not saying that, just like being quiet and like pumped up, like, yeah, that's my brother. Didn't really know what to say to him because he was kicking butt, so I didn't really have to say anything. But that was definitely one of the most fun, and he trained like a madman for that training camp. Some of his like so-called peer role models were there, and he just like wanted to prove. He had this like chip on his shoulder. When he always does really well, and he wanted to prove them right, and he definitely did prove a lot of people at that tournament like who he was and what he was capable of. And that was such a fun tournament, just as his little brother.
Well, one that sticks out is, of course, he was tagging along and hanging out with me and my older cool friend at the bottom of the hill in our neighborhood, which has like this massive, well, it was massive when we were young. I'm sure it's very small, but it's this creek, and there was this big tree that had this sinkhole beneath it, and we were warned not to swim in it because you could get suctioned underneath the tree. And one day we were playing with a group of my friends and then a couple other friends that I didn't know too well, and this big girl comes up to Josh and just pushes him into the creek. And of course my initial reaction was, oh my god, my brother, like, what, he's not coming up for air. And finally when he came up, I was like, get out now, we need to dry your clothes. So my mom wouldn't find out, and we ran back to my friend Jessica's house and threw all our clothes into the dryer. and we didn't have much time, so I think his clothes were still damp. I'll have to ask Mom if we got in trouble or not. I think she knew what happened, but we felt like we had covered it up completely. So that day was kind of scary, but we look back at it and we kind of laugh and think, like, what were we doing?
When he won his first regional title, first and only regional title, that boy worked so hard for that.
And I had to go pick him up at college because he had to have surgery on his buttocks and he couldn't drive home, so I had to fly out there and then drive him through 4 or 5 states to get home in snowstorms. But even though he was sitting like this the whole way, he still cracked jokes the whole way and made the time go by fast, and I'll never forget that time I had with him in the car.
Is there anything else you'd like to say to Josh?
Stop eating my food.
Josh,
Where you're at.
don't move out, bro. We're in this together.
He is my brother from another mother. It was bromance at first sight. Damn, we have a lot of good times. That is my boy. My boy, Blue. My boy. Happy birthday, Josh. You're my boy. Love you.
I love you. Happy birthday.
One day we're gonna end up coaching, maybe not together, but we're both gonna coach in when we're older. He's already given a lot back, more than me, to the sport of wrestling, but there's gonna be one day where we're both coaches, when we're a little bit older and more time to dedicate to it, and that's gonna be really fun. And hopefully we are on different teams, just because I think it'll be fun to heat the rivalry back up. But if not, it would be awesome. We would make the craziest dynamic of coaches, because we are our wrestling styles and mentality were different on the mat, although off the mat we're so similar. So I think that would be a lot of fun to coach with him one day. That's all I get. That's all I'm gonna say. And happy birthday, man. I miss you. Thanks for always reminding me to have fun. Thanks for supporting me. Whoever's there, I probably love you. If I don't know you, aloha. And I hope you guys have a good party. See you guys.
I would first like to say happy 30th birthday. Welcome to the 30s.
Happy birthday, Josh.
If he was president. Go.
Happy birthday, Josh.
Thank you very much. And you have been a great uncle to Aubrey.
Thank you, Josh.
Happy
birthday to
Josh. And I'm really enjoying watching you, become an uncle with her.
Josh, I've been honored to be a part of your life and to watch the young man that you've grown up to be.
The one thing about Josh that stands out overall is that he's a man of few words. But when he writes things, he really pours his heart out. And he has a big heart. But if it wasn't for Josh, I probably would have ended up with some loser, because Josh made sure to tell me every guy I went with was like a dork. Finally, John came along and he didn't say he was a dork, so that's the one who I won. And Jordan wouldn't be cool. Josh had to give him lessons before going to middle school about how to walk cool, and told Jordan, don't go into middle school and say, hey guys, I'm Jordan. Gotta be cool, man, what's up? So thank you for that. Jordan was totally cool now because of you, and you've been a great big brother to Aaron and Zach, and Brittany, well, she kind of bossed you around your whole life. But anyway, you've been a great son. We love you.